Try this again. Here we go, baby.
I'm so happy to be able to present to you this debut episode of the Market Chart Show.
And I say yes. Wow. Wow, I'm pumped up, baby.
That means they're going to be coming out with clones at the wazoo. Will it be 1 clone, 2 clones, 3 clones? Buddy.
Thanks, man. And good morning, Grills tomorrow. Check it out. I'm gonna be there, man.
Arena Fett, right?
Arena. right. All right,
maybe. Ooh, that old intro just gets me going, baby. Because what you guys gonna do with the first ever pre-order bowl? My goodness, Lane and Brent. It is not the Super Bowl. It's the pre-order bowl, baby.
It's
Are
the
you trying to
first
all
one.
us? Are you already trying to send us to the end of the bar here, Aries tonight? Thinking of trying to put how many pre-orders we might have at the end of 2023, going into 2024. Thanks a lot, bro.
Listen, the way we're going, we're gonna get this guy before 3 months.
You're delicious, bro.
Ciao, boys.
That's what Howard Chan's going to be doing there as he chomps on some of our $100 bills, and he just like, man, you guys' hundreds taste great.
I just hope there's a lot of scoring in this bowl, so I don't have to bring in the Dallas Cowboys kicker to help me. It's all, yeah. I just went there on you, didn't I? I just went there on you, didn't I? Yeah.
Oh.
Well, hey, so Aries, as we get going though, I need to do a little shout out. I did put it in chat, but in case I forgot to say it correctly here, so I'm kind of cribbing. This is a public crib note, basically. I want to say to all the Believers tonight, I hope you all are doing well. Let's say yes to liking the video, to TK FOMO, of course, the Hot Toys Wizard, and everybody joining us tonight on Aries Cantina. From us at the panel, even though I did crib this a little bit, guys, from us in the panel to you guys, we wish you welcome tonight for joining us, and we are super stoked. Okay, going back to the 80s there. I'm old.
And going back to the Cowboys kicker, here you go, baby.
Some junk out of the sky!
All fighters.
Welcome, everybody. No swoop bikes.
They needed Kylo Ren as the kicker, baby. Come on.
Oh, they needed him. They needed somebody other than Brett Maher, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
All right. Well, listen, guys. Look, this is what we're going to be doing tonight. It's the first ever pre-order bowl here at Six Scale Cantina, Aries Cantina, Six Scale Raw. And listen, with the Mandalorian Season 3, the Mandalorian Season 3 airing the first week of March, you have to wonder, will we be getting a Boba Fett from that series? Will we be getting a Mandalorian from that series? Furthermore, how many Boba Fetts could we actually be getting on pre-order before the end of 2023? Brent and Lane, how many Mandalorians could we possibly be getting on pre-order before the end of 2023?
I think we're going to get a reissue of Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. That is the first NFL licensed.
That's another one there.
Cowboys theme Boba Fett that it specifically has a flight stand to send him going face first straight down into the Sarlacc pit, like the Cowboys seem to usually do.
Oh, God. Boba Fett. I'm trying to find that clip. You know, this one here that I'm going to play for you that you just mentioned that. And, of course, OG fan if he's watching.
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor. Boba Fett. Do you have an appointment?
He has an appointment for more 1/6 scale figures.
I tell you what, we're going to be doing that today, and every time the three of us, 2 out of 3 of us agree, it's 7 points. If it doesn't, if we don't agree, and it's just one of us or none of us, they get no points. If it's a tie, if it's kind of like, you know, there's so much majority, there's so much call for yay or nay within the chat, but you guys are going to have to chat a lot. We could go ahead and count that as like a little bit of a, you know, silent, you know, we could kind of add it in, kind of like, you know, a little bit of a voter there, kind of, and give it a field goal. So we'll see by the end of the night. Of course, at halftime tonight, we're going to go ahead and talk about R2-D2 from the Attack of the Clones. It's not waitlisted anymore, Brent. It's sold out.
Wow, I did not see that. That must have just happened today, right?
No, it just happened over the weekend. And Boba Fett, speaking of Boba Fett, is also sold out from the book of Boba Fett, the 6 scale figure. Gone.
R2-D2 came back, though. Came back today to the wait list.
Did R2-D2 come back?
Yeah, he's on the wait list again.
On the wait list again. So you see, we're going to get into that when, Lane, at half time. All right, so listen. How many of you want to go ahead and start the pre-order bowl one? This is just so rich. It is absolutely so delicious.
Get your cameras out. The kickoff is the most important stop to get. Let's go.
Let's go ahead and dive into all of this and start pre-order bowl 1 right now.
All right. But this is the last time.
All right, it's 6 scale raw. It is pre-order bowl 1, and we have got a great panel in the house. We may have some others of our friends joining us later, but we cannot wait to start this game here at Aries Cantina, home of 6 scale Cantina. First, Brent, you're back in here, 2nd week in a row, baby. How you doing since last week?
I've been great. It's been great. I have not gotten any pre-orders delivered on my doorstep, but my Queel did charge today. That's going to be shipping soon, so I finally can put something on my blurg in my room. But other than that, it's been great. Watched some great football yesterday. I assume this game tonight will that we're a rousing game we're about to play here will be more exciting than that San Francisco Philadelphia pile that we all had to deal with yesterday. But you know, it's just too bad the Cowboys weren't in that game and against the 49ers and their 7th string quarterback. Maybe Dallas would have won, right?
If they could have completed a couple passes or not intercepted them, maybe.
No, thank you, Aries, for having me. You know, I always love being a part of your show and contributing and having me here, so I really do appreciate it.
Well, it's great having you in here, Star Wars newsman. Brent, is in the house. And also we have got my friend Lane Kramer is in the
I've
Cantina.
returned.
What's up, baby?
Hey, it is so awesome to be here again. I know we've been trying to hook up again so that I could join, and this week managed to get all the right alignment. And, I always have a great time here, and I just like looking at Aries' collection in his back. I get a bigger view of Aries' collection in the background, so I can just be like, I know which ones that I need to get off Aries someday over the rainbow.
Well, right now, Lane, it's good to have you in here as well. The score is 0-0 because we haven't started the first quarter yet, but that's okay. Go ahead and take your seats. Go ahead and reserve your tables. Let me know what table you're at, and Lane and Brent and I will try to serve you up at Six Scale Raw, the home network of Pre-Order Bowl 1 2023 debut. We have got Benjamin in the house today. What is going on? Happy Monday evening to you as well. AJ is saying that R2 may be really shipping soon. I know. Clone Trooper confirmed to move. We're going to talk about that at halftime. Someone's got to go on mute because I'm hearing your phone ring, baby.
Yeah.
Although I love the music. Let's get down. All right. A to Z is in the house too. Boba Fett is back on the wait list. Boba Fett is back on the wait list. We're going to talk about that at halftime. I sold out on the wait list. Look, Brent, we're talking about when's it going to go back from the wait list to pre-order. Now we're talking about sold out. Oh, it's back on the wait list. Isn't that awesome?
It's unbelievable. You said it was sold out over the weekend. I mean, that's some news. And if that R2D2 sold out as well, that makes
limited numbers
for sure. But now now they're back. I mean, it makes you wonder, did some more get found in the stock room? Did they just put it as sold out just to generate more interest and buzz? There's tactics
you have to wonder.
We use. I don't know. Yeah, you have to wonder. You do. But man, that's stuff to discuss for sure.
Well, we're going to discuss that at halftime, my friend. Good to have A to Z in here. And of course, the single songwriter is in the house. And we always know that the songwriter sits at Table Oblivion. And let's go ahead and play this.
They call him the Wizard.
I tell you what, he gets a lot right here, the songwriter. Always good to have him in here.
Calls it the MFL, the Mandalorian Fett League.
Charlie the Unicorn is in here. Let's ask ChatGPT how many Hot Toys Boba Fett's are coming in 2023. We're going to see who wins. Who's going to win tonight, Charlie the Unicorn? Is Boba Fett going to win the pre-order bowl? Or is the Mandalorian going to win the pre-order bowl here at Aries Cantina, home of Six Scale Cantina? You have to wonder. Let's continue to say hi to some of the people in here. We've got Thule in the house. What is going on, brother? Always good to have you in here. Clink is in here as well. Eagles fly, baby. Good to have you in here, my friend. The Hot Toys Nightmare. Come on. Swoop Bike Delivery Lane is in the house. Come on. Good to have you in here. The Hot Toys Nightmare. Absolutely. Continuing to go down. Night of Ren. Good to see you. What's up, Aries and panel? Got to go to bed for work so I can earn that figure money. Great to have you stop in here, though, buddy. And the Insane One is in the house. Always good to have the Insane One in here. What a great supporter. And Master Imley. What is going on, Master Imley? Good to have you in here. We got the Valiant Archer in the Cantina present. I wonder what the Nielsen ratings are going to be for pre-order bowl 1. Is it going to beat the Bud Bowl? You have to wonder. OG fan, you know I played it for you. OG fan, this must be right up your alley. You got your guy, Boba Fett. That's like having the Cowboys or your favorite team, mine, the Steelers, in the Super Bowl. You got Fett in there. Come on. And Clink, good to have you in here as well. Always good to have you in here, Clink, for sure. Sean Bean is in the house. Come on. And Eric Henke is in here. And Mr. Bob's Collectibles, Ryan is in here. Always good to have Ryan in here. He says, get my coffee ready, baby. Come on. Always really good. And let's go to some of the other ones in here. Braden, what's up to you? Max's Geekdom, what is up? And hey to you, Max's Geekdom. Thank you for that. And yeah, we've got quite a game. Quite a game and quite a lot of people in here. You know what? Without further ado, Lane and Brent, I'm going to go ahead and start this pre-order bowl. Let's put up the score. But I do want to remind everybody that's watching, you should go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel yet. Why? Because I'm going to be giving away not just one, but a couple of Hot Toys coming up here over the next few weeks. I'm actually going to do it the week of March 1st, or that week where the Mandalorian airs, guys. What is that? That Wednesday? What is that? March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd. So that 6 Scale Raw that Monday, I'm going to do the drawing here live. And it's not just going to be one figure, but you get to stick around, and I'll go ahead and redraw for you to chance to win a second one as well. Hot Toys figures, Lane and Brent. But you got to be subscribed to the channel, because if you're not subscribed, you won't be eligible to win. And if somehow you get through and you win, and I'm about to ship it and I see that you're not subscribed, I'll just give it to Brent.
Well, if you're not, thank you. I would love that. Thank you. But you know what, folks? If you're not subscribed to this channel, since the bowl has begun, it's a 15-yard penalty.
No.
The flag has been thrown. You're now behind the sticks. Good luck.
And I do want to give a shout out to my friend Lane over here, who helped me with one of these figures that is in my collection that I'm going to be giving away. So thank you so much there, Mr. Lane.
Yeah. Well, let me just mention, too, for anybody who, whether you've been a subscriber for a while or if you're relatively new, should also be mentioned that 6 Scale / Aries Tarrington Cantina also has memberships. We're always looking for new members. I myself have been one for a while. Aries does provide specific videos and content, unboxing, even though he still tries to claim, as repeatedly has been our thing for the last year, that he is the worst live unboxer in history, which he recently unboxed Bo-Katan and also, what was the other one you owned? Echo? He proved himself wrong with that unboxing. Let me add,
dude, you're way
mine
better
too.
than me at the unboxing.
But that he also offers that as well, exclusive content, not very expensive. Have been a member for a good little while now myself. Good value, and so that's something you might want to also consider as well.
Well, you can always, thank you so much there, Lane. You can always go to 6scalecantina.com, which is where you get the market value chart and all the latest trends in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys, all the latest news on anything Star Wars Hot Toys, baby. 6scalecantina.com. And what Lane was talking about right here, this yellow section, always on the top of every menu item, you get some brand new, you get some, all these previews of what you could get if you become a Cantina Insider and you join the channel, including, look at that, Hot Toys Talk, live and raw this coming Wednesday, 6:30, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And you get to get Aries live and raw. When's the last time you had me do that as a Cantina Insider? And all you have to do, besides believe, is just go ahead and join the channel. Is it possible that it's cheaper to join my channel than buy a dozen eggs? And I say,
yes, I say yes with a capital E.
So all you got to do is just do that. You can spare a dozen eggs, join the channel, check me out live this coming Wednesday between 6:30 and 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be live and raw, baby. It's been quite a few months since I did that, but you get that as a Cantina Insider this coming Wednesday, and we're going to have a grand old time.
And guys, in most areas, he's literally not kidding. To get a 1 month sub for 1 month, become a member, is less than buying eggs right now. Because I think it's what Aries about $4, and eggs are like 450 or something like that and going
That's
higher.
exactly it. That's
But
exactly-
it is. He's been making fun of. He's been.
It's not
penning
even
this,
$4. It's like $3. I think it's $3.99. I
Yeah,
don't know.
$3.99 or something like that. But to put it in context, it is Mr. Aries has been mentioning this for quite some time, and the fact is, I actually just read an article about why eggs are so expensive when even inflation has not kind of gone up as much since the end of last year. Is literally, I guess, there's been a bird flu epidemic that has like infected over 47 million birds worldwide since last year, like 2020, which is one of the reasons eggs are so expensive. And I had heard nothing about that. I thought that was crazy. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the bird flu. We're here to talk about Boba Fett versus Mando. Who's going to win the pre-order bowl?
And it looks like, boys, that Charlie the Unicorn said, looks like that Boba Fett that went back on waitlist that was sold out is waitlist full, which means it's going to go back sold out. And we're going to talk. We're going to talk back. We're going to talk about. I talked about this actually during the latest market chart show I just put out yesterday. I always put it out like just the day before this show, so it advertises this show. We get to talk about it fresh. So check out that show if you didn't, except right now, because if you're here, baby, you got to enjoy the pre-order bowl one. Let's go ahead and get started with everybody in there right now. The score, boys. It's first quarter. Let's begin it.
Go for
Fett 0, Mando 0.
Let's go.
And let's go to the first one. And I'm going to pull this up onto the screen as I pull this, as I get to the first one here. I want to make sure that I don't pull the wrong one up, but I'm going to pull this here. And so this is the first one we're going to discuss as I pull this up. So here we are, boys. This is Boba Fett and the Mandalorian in their regular outfits that they have right now. What are the chances, I'm going to go first, that we are going to get a regular Mandalorian figure, like the way he looks right now, from the Mandalorian Season 3 premiere? And right here, I am going to say, are we going to get one, yes or no? I say yes. I think we get another Mandalorian regular from the way he looks right now, from either this Mandalorian Season 3 or the Book of Boba Fett. I say yes. Brent, what do you say?
I say yes, too. I think you're going to get another one just like this. The question is what additional accessories or new accessories do you add to it? I guess that remains to be seen, but they sell quite well, it appears. And I think clearly he's the main character of that show. He drives, he's the straw that stirs the drink on that show. Everything kind of modifies and revolves around what he's doing, where he's going, what his next journey or adventure is. And I think we absolutely are going to see another one just like this. I do. Yes.
Oh, boy. I say yes. The Star Wars newsman says yes. And Lane says...
No.
No!
With the caveat. Unfortunately, I'm the caveat guy. I say no. However, see, this is me hedging my bets, though, like a good gambler. I have my backup. I have my backup.
Where's your poker glasses? Come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. They're like, I've got my backup hand just in case. The only way I could see this one, how he looked in, say, like Book of Boba Fett, is if he comes with the N1 Starfighter.
Well, they've already teased that figure.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The only way I would see that is if it's with the N1. If not that, it's going to be there. I mean, we're not going to see a huge change on this guy, but he's going to have maybe some new armor pieces. Maybe something gets damaged, something gets replaced, so it's not just like this guy. You know, but unless it's the N1 to save money from production costs, since they've already made it, he may not obviously come with all the stuff that this guy does, but it'll be the same basic figure to go in the N1 Starfighter. But that's the only way I see it.
It's the only way you say it. But still, you're outvoted 2-1. So collectively, we say...
And I say... yes.
So the score is right now. Scores first, Mandalorian. It is 7-0. Mando over Fett. But, Lane, we're going to stick with you. We're going to let you go first this time since you ended. Are we going to get another Boba Fett the way he looks right now from The Mandalorian Season 3? And you say...
Yes.
Yes! Wow. Okay, now give me some reasons why you think that.
Well, I think because the original Book of Boba Fett one was pretty obviously we've already seen on waitlist and also sold out and come back on the hamster wheel of Sideshow Hot Toys that we're always on, eternally on. I think that his figure and stuff that it's Boba Fett. That for as many Mandos, Boba Fett is one of the easiest figures for him to make. Now, even Tamura Morrison, Boba Fett is relatively easy for him to make. You know, not just the old classic trilogy. So, I think they could put one out now. Maybe it's part of some sort of 2-pack or something like that. You know,
it's a good call. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
because you got to think about those things, guys, when you're evaluating this too. Because guys, like, well, they throw something in there with a 2-pack. That's a great point, my friend.
Yeah, like, you know, I would put it like I'm not sure. I'm not going to say I know who exactly could I see him with, but I would see the philosophy being like they did with that Black Suit Superman and Nightmare Batman, where a good chunk of those figures were already, you know, head sculpts or whatever were already done in something. This guy would be an easy thing without a head sculpt and everything to just put his some sort of 2-pack, whether with maybe a new Bo-Katan. You know, maybe for an action scene that happens with Boba Fett and Mando or something. You know, maybe that's where you guys could point out where they do a first figure. First couple episodes of Season 3, they have a really awesome action scene in a standalone episode. And so that's 2-pack money. Really easy there for people.
Well, we'll see if he could get a score over here. Someone said safety. We have to figure out what a safety would be. But anyway, right now it's 7-0. But it's Fett's turn. He's driving down the field, Brent. And what do you think about another Fett? The way he looks right now, he is going to be in The Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's going to be in there, and he's probably going to be riding side saddle with Din Djarin and very much involved in whatever the adventures are going to be in Season 3 as well. But as a standalone figure, I'm going to say no.
As a standalone, okay.
As a standalone figure, I agree with Lane about the possibility of having him in a 2-pack of some sort. We don't know yet, but we've gotten so many different Boba Fetts here just in the last year alone, and I just don't know
if you'll get the same exact the way he looks right now.
Exactly. I think a lot of people probably have already pre-ordered the way he looks right now. They have it on pre-order. You know, they're waiting for it, or maybe they've got the one that they want. And I think Hot Toys just needs to be careful here of oversaturating. He's a great character. He certainly is a wonderful, he's one of the most popular characters in Star Wars history. Let's be honest. I mean, he was the most mysterious character ever from Empire Strikes Back. And, you know, I don't think George Lucas ever expected him to matter. And then next thing you know, he just blew up out of there and everybody cares about him for 40 years or a little bit longer. But I am going to say no as a standalone figure.
As a standalone figure. Now, you're saying standalone the way he looks right now. You're not talking about like a different paint job. You're not talking about battle damage again. You're just talking about the way he is right now, coming out with another one from here.
Exactly. That's correct. As he is right now.
All right. We've got 1-1. And what does the Dark Jedi think? Are we going to get another Boba Fett from The Mandalorian Season 3, just the way he is now? And I say...
And I say... Yes.
You know why? You know why, Brent? I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Because magically they didn't give us a head sculpt with that Boba Fett we're talking about
Oh,
that
that's-
sold out. Okay, they gave us it with the throne, but as his eyebrows continue to improve, and it wouldn't shock me if he gets another mark or some stuff. He changes a little bit more his appearance face wise in the Mandalorian season 3, and for that alone, Brent, I think we're going to get another one just the way he is now. But I think there's going to be some differences in that. So actually, I really think, Brent, that it's. I'll give you the last word. I think that's what's going to happen there.
No, I could see that that's a very, very valid point. I mean, if something happens, a new scar on his face, or you're right, we didn't get the head sculpt with that last version. If something can change, I mean that's absolutely a possibility. And hey, you know what? We're all tied up, aren't we?
We're all tied up. I'm going to
Yeah.
put the score back on, and you know what, though, Brent, I could definitely see it going your way, though. But right now, Fett just scored. It is tied 7-7, and we're still in the first quarter. And Mando has got the ball. Make sure you all go ahead and smash that like button. I know you're all digging this because I'm having so much fun with this right now.
I'm having to say, Aries, I am glad that we did not see Hot Toys Wizard El Professoro edition pop up there, because I'm sorry, but I would have had to done a challenge, a Beskar Spear challenge.
Oh, you got to go to instant
that,
replay.
Yeah, to where we're gonna have to go back and review the logic behind that if you had gone no there. So I'm glad I'm glad to see the correct coaching decision was made to go for it.
And I'm glad to see that Dak Prescott has not thrown any interceptions.
Dak Mando, yeah, who's the last night bird on the bench, or the night owl on the bench.
Now, listen. Some of these are going to seem more serious than others.
Mhm.
Some of them are going to seem like, oh, it's just fun. But before Lane and Brent, you guys rush to a decision. If you need to just take even 4 seconds to go, let me think. But is it possible? Here's the next one I'm going to pull up, and the Mandalorian has the ball again. Could we actually be getting, and for everyone in the chat, a Venomized Mandalorian? I'm not going to go first on this. Now, here's the thing I'm just going to point out. Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns Venom, the rights to Venom. Disney owns the Mandalorian. And who's to say in the years to come they wouldn't have a little bit of fun and a little bit of a cross? I'm just saying.
So you're saying like
to say no, because I know everyone's going to say no, it'll never happen, no. But I just wanted to point that out. But Lane, you go first. Are we ever going to get a Venomized?
So you're thinking this would be like you're saying like a hot toy, like we had the Venomized Iron Man, like the artist concept or something like that kind of series.
Absolutely.
Okay. I say no bleeping way.
And he says no.
No. As funny as I think that art looks, that we see a Venom tongue coming out of the base of the Mando helmet, I'm sorry, but I think that would just be stupid. Venomized Grogu, since we did already get Venomized Groot. I mean, I thought Venomized Groot looked kind of dumb, and I thought that was more funny. Maybe I've been over Venomized because I read like Marvel comics, and and I've read too many Marvel where there literally was a miniseries called Edge of Venomverse, which was a ton of characters turned into Venom, and I saw like 30 different Venomized Marvel heroes and villains. Maybe I'm Venomed out at this point for variants, but as an artwork like this, I think that's kind of cool. But if it was an actual I don't know, leave it to you guys, a $340 figure, $350 figure. I mean, I would look at that and just go, I just couldn't see that thing selling
I'd
it.
buy it. But Revenge of Hell says, please no.
Yeah, I know. Please.
All right, you
Aries,
say no.
stop giving him ideas. No,
All right.
for me though.
No for you. You try to drive down the field. It's like 2nd and 7. Brent, go.
This is a first quarter Hail Mary like I've never seen ever in the history of the MFL.
You're at the one Mando line with nowhere to go and an entire
The quarterback
division
has-
of
Yeah, the quarterback
Dark
has
troopers in
2
front of
wide
you.
receivers and a tight end open to get the first down, and this is just a.
But listen, they got T.O. out there. They brought him back from retirement.
Dude,
He's catching the ball, baby.
They've got the entire Dark Trooper linebacker
They
core
got
out there
prime
getting
time
ready
Deion
to
Sanders.
punch them in the side of the helmets.
I mean, my first question, Aries, is where did you get that artwork? Did you draw that today?
I drew it last night. Right?
Yeah,
I wish. The Hot Toys Wizard drew it.
I am going to say absolutely 100% no.
Oh, no. Well, what does the Hot Toys Wizard say? What does Aries say? And I say... Here we go.
And I say no.
Not even the Hot Toys Wizard wanted to comment on this idea.
Mando kicks the ball back. Fett has the ball, and we go to Fett now, and we stay with Brent. Venomized Boba Fett. Is
wow, the creativity that you are coming up here tonight for this game. I am telling you. Wow, Venomized Boba Fett.
I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
Would you buy it? Would you,
Oh
have
my
enough, would you
God.
have enough room to put something like that?
I'd
You have space for that? Man.
I'd find space for it, baby.
I mean, in
They
some,
could cross these over.
in some
Watch, they're going to do it next week, and you're going to be like, what the frack?
I mean, in some way, when he got swallowed by the Sarlacc, wasn't he kind of venomized? I mean,
He was goo-eyed.
Yeah, I know.
I
It kind of
mean,
looks like that here a little bit,
You
doesn't it?
know,
with
I
that
mean,
artwork?
in some way, if you already bought that Hot Toys Boba Fett with the Sarlacc pit with the little things hanging out, maybe you already have him venomized in some way, you know. But I'm going to say no again to this. I think they're not going to. These two worlds are not going to intersect for us in this next calendar year. I think this one is a no go. But another cool looking art picture here, Aries.
Yeah.
Fett fumbles on the 50-yard line. Lane, go. We're going to get a venomized Fett.
See, you're doing this wrong, Aries, though. See, if you were doing Venom for the Mando, then you should be doing a Carnage
You're right. I should.
for Fett. Like, now
I
you
should've
may
looked
not
it
have
up.
had an artwork for Carnage, but if Venom is venomizing Mando, then Carnage would need to be doing Boba Fett. Now, I mean, I'm just gonna say no here, like just right off the bat. But I think that if it was classic Fett, like the original trilogy Fett, maybe something like that I could see sort of crazily, but I just think Marvel and Star Wars are two completely separate things from each other. I mean, I'm more likely to see an Iron Man up Darth Vader. Oh God, I just said that.
Don't steal the thunder. Well, no, I'll be the next pre-order bowl.
Iron Vader, where
Well-
it's just Anakin opens up and there's shriveled up barbecued Anakin. That'll be great. That could be the next Iron Man special edition
listen.
from Howard.
Even if I say yes, I'm outnumbered. But let's go ahead and see. What do I say? And I say...
And I say no.
There it is.
It's still 7-7. My goodness. Come on. And we're almost getting ready. This is going to be the end of the first quarter. And we're going to go on to the next one over here. And this one is going to be a little bit interesting, I believe. I really, really do believe, but we'll see. And I am going to go first on this one. And Mando has the ball. And driving up, trying to end before the end of the first quarter, Mandalorian battle damaged. And I say yes, because I tell you what, we really haven't gotten a battle damaged Mandalorian yet. And you have to wonder, is there actually going to be a huge battle at Mandalore here in season 3? Yes. And having this all, scarred up and all the armor all tartared up at the sleeves and everything. And gosh, I can absolutely see this. And then we're going to go to Brent driving up the field, trying to get another first down. Can you see a battle-damaged Mandalorian from The Mandalorian Season 3? Go, baby.
Boba Fett's defense. There's a lot of holes in that defense on this one. Because every time I'm throwing the ball on this one, it's a first down. 100% yes. I think we're going to see Mando in this upcoming season 3 get hurt. And I think that's just part of the storytelling arc, because so far really not much has happened. Most of his adventure there's been ups and downs, but nothing serious has really happened to him that might compromise things or make the story really change. And I think absolutely. I mean, we saw Darth Vader in Obi-Wan get his helmet cracked, and then suddenly that awesome figure is coming out. So yes, I think there will be a battle-damaged version of Din Djarin in a 1/6 scale Hot Toys figure. 100%. I agree with you. Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. And look who we have here in the house. It is Lael, the 1/6 scale man. What is going on, baby?
What's up, man? Sorry I'm late. Like I said, bro, work is really taking up. Mondays are usually like the hectic days during the week for me. Mondays and Fridays is crazy. Luckily, I got off this Friday, but Mondays, the start of the week, is crazy, bro. This is really nutty. So, but yeah, thank you for having me, man. I was like, let me just duck in real quick and say what's up, and start a conversation before I have to dip off and do my own show later on. But I was like, let me just stop in, man. Definitely, man. So thank you for having me, bro.
Well, I really appreciate that. Really good to have you on here, Lael, for sure. You're part of Pre-Order Bowl 1. We're just about ending the first quarter, and Mandalorian is driving down the field. It is 7-7. And Lael, I'm going to go to you next. But before I do that, I want to show you the Mandalorian, the Fett's defensive line, because Brent said that there are some holes in the defensive line. So just so everybody knows, Boba Fett's defensive line, here it is.
I'm Boba Fett.
Yeah, but we found out those guys aren't good at defense because they can't fly.
Oh, it's just funny stuff. So, Lael, what we're doing here, I don't know if you were listening beforehand, we're just having a little bit of fun and imagining, bro, what possible variations of Fett and Mandalorian that Hot Toys could possibly come out with. So we're having a little bit of a pre-order bowl. Which one would we think have more possibilities? Fett or Mandalorian? Now, the first one we did, it's tied 7-7, Lael, was just a regular straight new Mando from the Mandalorian series, season 3, or the Book of Boba Fett. Now, we kind of all think that there's going to be one from that because of the N1 Starfighter, got a score there. And Lane was outweighed. We do think that Boba Fett, or Brent was outweighed in the last one, that we think we're going to get another Boba Fett, particularly with the head sculpt, which the Book of Boba Fett one doesn't. So we're tied 7-7. But Lael, what we're talking about here, as Mando's driving down the field, I presented a battle damage Mando. And is it possible, Lael? Brent said yes to this, that we could get a battle damage version of Mando from this Battle of Mandalore with this upcoming series. What say you?
Um, see, I thought about this a little bit, man. I thought about this in terms of pretty much every character.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to definitely get another Bo-Katan. I know that's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
But I think in terms of Boba and Den, I think we already got a variant of Boba that we're going to that we could possibly see in this season. And I think that if you don't already have this piece, then you probably lucked out. But I wouldn't be surprised if a hint of what we're going to get from Boba was already released, and that was the all black arena suit Boba.
Mm-hmm.
I would not put it past. I would not put it past if they would do something like that. Because that thing came and gone. It sold quick. People loved it. That arena suit is a grail piece. You know that, right?
Well,
It is.
it is.
It is.
So hopefully you get this. I'm going to put that one. That's one of the ones we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
For that. So I'll put that on before you go.
Den, as far as Den
well,
is concerned,
battle damage Den. Battle damage.
Well, a battle damage Den. I don't know. I mean, we might. We could get that. I mean, that could definitely happen. But I don't know, bro. Like the thing is, it's kind of iffy because this show is called The Mandalorian for a reason. You know what I mean? And what we're seeing is like a ton of them now. So
many.
I don't know who's going to show up and show out. Again, we already know that the Death Watch is going to probably make an appearance. But as far as Boba and or I'm not Boba, but Den battle damaged, I don't know. I mean, we definitely might. I mean, that chrome can only last for so long, I guess. I'm not really sure. Everything that we've seen from him so far has been in the cockpit of the hey, what's up, OG? Everything that we've seen so far was in the cockpit of the in the N1. So I don't know. It depends. We know we're going to get another variant of Den. Battle damage, I don't know. It depends on.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is. It depends on what we see by the end of the season, to be quite honest. Because remember, he's going back to Mandalore, and who knows what he discovers or what may be discovered. And from the writers, producers, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, they're promising that our jaws are going to drop with this season because they put a lot into it. So there could be a revelation. Hell, he could be the new Mandalore. You know what I mean? Like just like the new Supreme. Like he could be. You know what? And a lot of things is like, yo, there could be a lot in Din Djarin that we don't know about, bro. And I hope they don't go this route. Now I'm saying this because I know how people are out there, bro. Don't get mad when I say stuff like this, but don't get mad. I'm not trying to bring this into fruition. I'm not saying that this is how it's going to be. But he has the Darksaber for a reason. At the same time, he could be like literally. We don't know. I'm hoping he's not. I hope they don't go that route. But he could be force sensitive. We don't know. We never know.
There's a strong rumor he's going to train with Luke a little bit to learn.
That's
how
what I'm
to
saying.
Use, yeah.
Like to learn how to use it. Like maybe he needs to. I'm hoping he's not. But if they went that route, I wouldn't be surprised. That would even cause more division between him and Bo-Katan. But they are saying that she's going to have more of a role to play in this season. So I don't know. With Din, I think that there's going to be variances that we'll get. I mean, he's all like pretty much in every damn season. He's changed his armor. He's upgraded. We're seeing like a full upgrade. Like maybe we're going to get full, we'll get the full, Chrome Mando where the pads and everything match up. Who knows? I don't know. But they're always switching something out. Something's going to actually change. I know we're going to definitely get an upgraded version that's going to be able to fit in that M1 Starfighter. I'm telling you, people don't think I'm playing. They're going to release that thing, bro.
Oh, they are.
It might be in limited quantity, but they're going to release it. I definitely think that they will. We just have to see how it plays out.
Lael, what if they were to actually do that N1? I know they did it for another Loki figure, but like if that was actually their first vehicle, they actually did like an ES number for it. Like, you know, there's like 300 or
Yep.
something. Like, it's like to show what I mean, because that thing's going to be one of the most expensive, if not
It
the most
is,
expensive
bro.
Hot Toy figure or thing they've ever put out.
It's
What if
gonna
they
be-
did that? That would. We talk about exclusivity and collectability, which obviously is different for Hot Toys now. I mean, you can't even say it about some statues. Just go look at Prime One, who just put another paint variant out or something for a $1,500 statue.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
if they did that, how cool would that be? And maybe, you know, that maybe, I don't know, they have something to make that extra collectible. There's a little something different about Din Djarin
you
to
know
go
what?
with that thing. That would be cool to me if they actually do it. You should do something like that to just really say, this is how really exclusive this is.
Like
for an
exclusivity.
item that-
It's going to be
for that.
hard. That'd be hard. You know what? It's going to be mainly hard for me because I pre-ordered that damn Batmobile, bro. I'm sorry, I had to. 89. I'm 89. Yo, that 89 drop. I was like, yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. But, yeah, it wasn't, bro. I'm sorry, I had to. But, this, if they do that, bro, you know what? It'd be fine.
Lael just like don't even want to think
it'd be
It's
fine.
overloading his brain,
Bro,
right now.
it'd be fine if they do, as long as they do that. If they release it in limited quantity, that's cool. I just need them to do it so I can prove Mario wrong. I need them to do this. Like
Mario's been after you against that for a long time.
I need them to prove Mario so wrong. So even if they release it in limited quantity, and even if I don't get my hands on one, at least they released it, and I can prove Mario wrong and say that they did it. So far he believes that they're not going to do it. So I need to prove him wrong.
Wait, Lael, we have to pause for a commercial break during this pre-order bowl 1.
And I say no.
You see that shit? See, that's what I'm saying. Like
he's already done that to me a couple times today. But Lael, I do have to ask. So if you had to have like a genie put before you right now, where you could have that come out just to prove Mario wrong, all right? Because you're getting DeLorean, I think, correct?
No, I'm not getting DeLorean.
Oh, you're not getting DeLorean.
No.
Well, you see, you just blew my entire premise there. Thanks a lot. Because I was going to be like, you could get that, or you could just have put before you for free, like a Back to the Future 2, Doc Brown and Marty McFly to stick in the Back to the Future 2 DeLorean. Well, see, Lael has to go and ruin all the fun areas. Okay, you probably should kick him.
I mean,
Lael's going to have to kick a field goal here. Well, listen, Lael. So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Yes, possible a battle damage. No, not possible. Possible. Okay.
I'm gonna go to possible because, I mean, the only damage that we really seen him sustain was in really sustain twice. I want to say season 1, the escape. When of course, he had that, injury to his head. IG-11 helped him heal.
The helmet off. Yep.
With the back to spray.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and then also when he couldn't handle the Darksaber and cut his leg. So that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know what? I'll say a strong possibility.
Okay. Well, then that's
that's what I'm saying. We know we're going to get a variance. It just depends on which version that we get. You know what I mean? Like we just got to wait and see. There's a lot of shit that we're going to see.
A lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff.
So Lael says possible. Brett says possible. We're left to me and Lane. I'm going to keep mine suspenseful. Lane, real quick. Battle damage Mando. Do you see it or do you don't see it?
I'm gonna take Lael's position. I think there's a possibility because Lael, have you gotten your Chrome Mando yet?
It's on its way.
Okay. I know, Aries, this is not going to be easy to show necessarily, but just the Chrome Mando, a lot of people have complained about this, but I'm hoping my thing will think here. But on like the jetpack, they actually show some like damage or weathering on the Chrome armor. like
That looks
right
sweet
here.
though, baby. You show it like that. Very
Yeah.
shiny.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but
it's
people
hot.
have been complaining because it does show wear and tear kind of on it. They said was not in the actual show itself. So they do show it a little. I'm sorry, my camera's not because I'm here showing too much.
It looks so damn good, even like that though, man.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they do have some wear like on the armor here on this version,
Mhm.
which makes me think of, you know, or I would probably say if they do something different with this one, like battle damage, is like Lael has pointed out and stuff and other people pointed out with the Iron Mans, is it could be, you know, replace a couple pieces where they show like maybe there's some anti-Beskar weapon for the Empire or something we get introduced to that can actually like blow damage holes into them or something. So we see like, you know, you just remove it, stick it on like an Iron Man armor piece or something, like, or the chest armor or the arms or something. Maybe that would be the way they could do it, where, you know, they give you a deluxe version of something.
Well, I tell you what, that you know, Brent, Lael, Lane all say yes. So, but before I give you mine, Ash Chase pulling this up again. Thank you so much for the $5 Bob, brother. Hey guys, I'm back walking after my accident at training. That is fantastic. Great for you, my friend. Prayers out to you, thoughts to you. So glad that that is happening to you, Ash. And thank you so much for that $5 drop. Well, right here, this is going to be a score because I'm going to get outvoted no matter what. But what do I say? And I say.
And I say,
So with this one here, it's looking like that Mando is has scored, and that changes the score for 14-7. And that's closing the first quarter with the Mandalorian leading Boba Fett. And putting this up on the screen here, fellas, it is right now Fett 7, Mando 14, and then we are going to start with Lael for the opening of the second quarter. And Lael, I think you're going to want to talk about this one because you mentioned this, brother, and I totally feel you. Is it possible with Boba Fett? We just talked about Mando battle damaged. Now we kind of got a Fett battle damage with that 2-pack. But what about this, baby? What about this, Lael? This is the stealth, the one we just got. Can you see Boba Fett with the new Boba Fett suit somehow in the series wearing this type of outfit? What say you?
It's possible. I think it definitely is possible. I think we're going to see a preset. It's like I think that we're going to get a version of Boba that is unexpected. We're going to get his assistance. We know that Tamora Morrison is still slimming down even more. Like he's been working
that's
out
right.
hardcore.
That's right.
Like
that
literally
changes the way he looks.
Yeah, like he's really been working out, like really slimming down. There's rumor that, of course, they're saying that there's a possibility that we're going to get a Boba, season 2. There were hints of it, so we just got to wait and see. But if not, I think we're definitely going to see him in this season in some capacity. How we're going to see him, I don't know, but I think he might be a bit stealthy. And they're going to try to capitalize. Look, this is Mandalorian, bro. Like, this is the Mandalorian, and like they are going to milk this thing dry to the bone. They're going to give us every version. I wouldn't even be surprised if by the end of the season, Grogu's in full Beskar armor himself. Like I'm telling you, like it's going to be an all-out war with this. But I just can't wait to see. And the thing is, it's like bro, there's so much that's going to come from this season that is like I don't know what to guess. I'm just along for the ride. Just say, you know what, whatever they give us, they're going to give us, man.
No, I'm right with you there. And honestly, especially with the seeming lower production numbers, Lael, I mean, they don't have to bank everything like with that arena suit Boba Fett.
Yeah.
high production. So you're saying yes, it's possible.
Possibly.
With this stealth suit for Fett. Let's go to Brent. Brent, is it possible?
Oh, I think it's absolutely possible. I think Lael made a great point earlier about us seeing a teaser that we didn't even know that we saw with the arena suit Boba Fett. I mean, I think we're going to see Boba Fett wearing something completely different than what we've used to seeing him wear for 42 years in this upcoming season.
Well,
and that's going to generate more figures to be made, but it's also going to help move the story forward, which is something that we've been waiting a very long time to see. So, yes, I think we're going to see some other version of attire, full body attire for Boba Fett in Mandalorian Season 3.
Well, and Brent and Lael, I'll ask you this too. I could very well see that he's calling on Boba Fett and his crew there on Tatooine if they wind up staying on Tatooine, or even if, Timothy Oliphant joins his crew, Cobb Vanth is in his back the tank. I could certainly see an operation where he's putting on, like, hey, we need somebody to go in covertly. We need someone to go in secretly. And he kind of puts on this kind of stealth armor to kind of infiltrate something on Mandalore or somewhere. I can literally see this in the show where they change armor purposefully, just for that stealth purpose.
No, totally, 100% agree. And it would be unbelievable if it is the arena suit, figure that we end up seeing there. It would just be jaw-dropping. And those folks who ended up ordering that figure and getting it will be thrilled to no end to know that they have that piece now, because it's amazing to have in their collection, even more so than they thought so in the first place. And then where will that figure go into the stratosphere on your secondary market chart, Aries? I mean, that thing will start itching the bottom of the feet of Dark Side Anakin, I think. I mean,
well, especially when there's some healing in the economy, or it goes on an uptick with some of these things. The possibilities are endless. But good call there, Brent and Lael. But okay, right now, one possible. Lane, let's go to you, brother.
Hey, real quick. I got to duck out of here and get myself ready for this show.
Absolutely, yes, my man.
But thank you so much for having me, man. Good to see you, Lane. It's always a pleasure to see you guys on this panel, man. Y'all it's funny as hell. Like sitting there chat with you guys, man. So I love it.
One last question for Lael, because I never get to actually be on the show, but I want to ask him this: if you have,
we gotta get you on there, bro. What'd you say?
What are you more excited for, Falcon Captain, or are you more excited for Wonder Woman?
Well, I got Falcon Cap right here.
Wait, let's go. Show it again, baby.
Yeah, this is Falcon Cap. This is right here. So I got
That's a big
today.
box, man.
It is. It's a really big box, bro. So I got that. Wonder Woman, I can't wait. I can't wait to get it, man. That's let's have to see, bro.
I was trying to be snarky, and Lael just said it as like the mic drop out the door. Just said, "Oh, you mean this thing I got here that you don't have yet? Have a nice day. I'm gonna go unbox it later."
I probably won't get to him to this weekend, man. I'm still going through everything else, man. But yeah, thank you for having me, man. As always a pleasure, bro. I'll see you next week, man.
We'll see you next week. Always great having you here. That's the OneSixthScaleMan. Make sure you subscribe to Lael. Video link is always in my live description below. Go subscribe. And one of my favorite channels out there. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Talk to you later.
You got it.
Bye-bye.
So Lael says possible. Brent says possible. Let us go to Mr. Kramer. What do you say here, my friend? Gonna get a stealth? Boba?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do as Lael just literally figuratively did to me. Just gave me the hand straight to my face as I was trying to poke him a little bit. I'm gonna do the talk to the hand. No, I don't think
you're gonna go. No, you're.
However,
no.
I don't think we'll see a cell suit, but I think Charlie the Unicorn put it out. Maybe something where it's not literally, but they could be kind of playing to Easter Eggville a little bit. Boba Fett white armor based off his old prototype look.
Well, that's going to come later, baby. Don't because Boba Fett white armor, you have to wonder, Lane, is this what they call you, baby?
They call him The wizard.
Boy, Aries is just messing with me tonight, man. I'm like, however, and then he just like, oh, it's like, stop trying to jump like to the third quarter, man. We still got to play the rest of the game.
Lane, I'm getting all these messages from the Hot Toys Wizard. He wants me to just play this clip because he says this is coming this year.
Okay, stay calm, stay calm. I am calm. I'm talking to myself.
I am talking to myself, it feels like half the time. A stealth suit specifically, I don't see this one. I think that picture looks cool, but I think not this particular look, I don't think we'll see. So I'm going to give it a no.
But the Hot Toys Wizard says yes on Poe Dameron. But what does he say about a stealth suit Fett in the current armor right now? Let's see. Is this going to be no score? Or is Fett going to tie it? Let's find out.
And I say yes.
Back of the end zone, baby.
Wow, it is tied 14-14, and you are watching the first annual pre-order bowl right here at Aries Cantina, home of Six Scale Cantina. And look at that. We are tied 14-14. Was good to have Lael, the OneSixthScaleMan, in here. Shout out to him again on helping us vote for a couple of these. Second quarter, we're going to continue to drive down the field. And Fett just scored, and Mando has the ball. We're going to go to Lane first this time.
What's coming here?
And here we go. Now, I'm going to pull this up on the screen. And this is something that Hasbro has put out. And if people are wondering what this is the ending credits scene, Mandalorian from the Black Series. And when you watch The Mandalorian, or even the Book of Boba Fett, everybody who's watching, at the end during the credits, they actually put up some artwork of the characters. And what Hasbro has decided to do, for those that aren't familiar, is they decided to put out figures that kind of represent the artist's artwork in there.
Oh,
so you have to wonder, Lane, is it possible that Hot Toys would follow suit? Like they have some different variations with Marvel and this and that. Could we be getting like an ending credit scene,
like
Mando, or some kind of art conception of Mandalorian? What say you, baby?
This I would give a yes possibility, especially if it's some artwork from season 3. Like a exclusive, for like the summer. Like this could be like the Boba Fett arena suit or something like that, like an exclusive taken from one of the art scenes, and they do it, because they can reuse stuff or something like that from one of the earlier figures. Totally could see them doing something like that with some extra art paint and everything. And I'm not saying it's a specific scene, but I'm saying like that idea, what like Hasbro's doing. Easy one would be like maybe a cool scene or something like that from the what do you call it? Like the first season where they had the ATST like crash and having the flaming eyes or something. Maybe they did the Durasteel version or something like that with a small diorama base or something like that from using the artwork. Hey, maybe that's how we could get a small scene of like the
easy
hideaway.
money. Well, it makes sense. I see where you're going with this, Lay, because I mean Hasbro's already doing it, and they could kind of say, "Hey, we're doing it because we're the artist version." And obviously, with these runs right now, Lane, they don't have to do a whole lot. So you're saying possible?
I say yes.
Brent, go to you, baby, and you say.
I think this is a fascinating choice. I remember when this figure came out, it was very popular with Hasbro, capturing the art version of Mandalorian, and the color texture on this figure just looks amazing, and it really is a nice figure to have. I'm going to say yes. And I think if they do it, it drops the gauntlet on Hot Toys making art figures, because quite frankly, where has our Macquarie, Vader, and
I knew that was coming.
and C3PO and R2D2 been all these years? I mean, if you're gonna make this figure and it's straight off of some artist's rendering, then everybody's going to be clamoring for the Macquaries, because, like I said, the gauntlet will be dropped, Pandora's box will be open, and now it just seemingly is that you'd have to go back, if you're Hot Toys, and make those Macquarie art versions from the mid to late 1970s that I think all of us would buy in a heartbeat, especially the OT for people like us who lived and breathed when the first movies came into the theaters 50 years ago.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So you say yes, Lane says yes. So no matter what I say, it looks like Mando has scored here. But to be honest with you, I say yes on this, and I'll tell you why. Quite frankly, I really believe with this particular figure here, they're moving towards more and more announcements, as we're all seeing, right, guys? It's like crazy, and but less and less production. So even though there are a lot of collectors that wouldn't jump on this at all, I mean, let's just be honest. Just like there was a lot of collectors who didn't jump on the arena suit Boba Fett. Is it possible that this is just easy money? And I say yes, they use the same darn molds that they've been using. They put on a flashy little paint job. Honestly, I think it would be so beautiful when they do something like this, or even like the Carbonized series, or the Macquarie and things, that you're talking about there, Brent. That artist version and whatnot. So I absolutely think that this is yes, and with that, that is going to give us an updated score, ladies and gentlemen, where Mando takes the lead again, 21-14, and we're just about almost at halftime here. Can Boba Fett answer going down the field? You're going to have to let me know in the chat. Make sure you smash that like button. And again, don't forget to subscribe to Six Scale Cantina because of that giveaway that I'm going to be doing here in just a few weeks. But the biggest stipulation is you're going to have to be a subscriber to Aries Cantina, home of Six Scale Cantina here, number one. And then stay tuned for details during my shows and my live shows over the next couple of weeks, because I'm going to be telling you what video you need to comment in the comments section, and that's how you're going to be able to enter the drawing. So stay tuned for that over my shows the next couple of weeks. Yes, it'll be more than one hot toy. Yes, when you come on the live show where I'm going to draw these the first week of March in honor of the Mandalorian Season 3 premiere and 2 years here at Aries Cantina, you're going to get another second shot to win as well. But okay, that's the ball.
Hey, Aries, real quick. I'm just going to say to your guys' comment there, I think the closest wasn't necessarily first before we get a Macquarie like goldenrod, we need the actual goldenrod of C3PO, either from A New Hope, from Return of the Jedi, or whatever. Let's get that one first before we worry about a Macquarie like concept. And two is, I think the best chance we have for like a Macquarie influence figure right now would be if please Hot Toys pull the trigger on the TK Troopers from the Bad Batch. Those are based off the Macquarie. Now, if I have to choose between one of those or getting one of the Republic Commandos, I'm going to choose one of the Republic Commandos to get. But otherwise, I think that's a great idea, though, getting Macquarie stuff.
Well, you called him Goldenrod, and I think he thinks that it's very rude.
How rude.
I'm sorry. I learned how to speak about droids from Han Solo. So what can I say when I was a little kid?
Oh, really, really, really? Come on. All right, Lane, let us go to the next one. And I am going to answer this one first. Fett has the ball, ending the first half here. And I'm pulling this up onto the screen. And let me talk about this, Boba Fett. Is it possible that we get a white prototype Boba Fett? I'm not even going to talk about this. I say yes, 1,000%. This is Boba Fett. I mean, he's Boba Fett. I mean, he is Boba Fett.
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here.
Not a chance in hell we don't get the white prototype Boba Fett. I go first. Let's see if he's going to score here. Brent, you go.
He's scoring, Aries, 100%, 1,000%. I mean, this is a 80-yard pass. There was no secondary. They were sleeping. The
This
safety,
Troy Aikman, Cowboy, is talking about.
the safety was sleeping on coverage. This was just an easy pass and catch for a 70-yard touchdown. I mean, no question about it. This was what the character's original look was supposed to be, and not many people got the versions of it when it was put out many years ago. So this one is absolutely coming back out again. And I missed those first ones. I regretted it. When this one comes out, I'm all over it, baby. All over it.
Well, before we get to Lane, I say yes. You say yes. It looks like Fett has scored. We're going to see what Lane says. But Funky Cold Santa's in the house says, I have the white Fett helmet. It's a beauty. It looks fantastic, buddy. Good to have you in here. El Kit Fito is in here, says, I have always wanted a Hot Toys to make this version.
Yeah.
Me too. And of course, OG fan. When Star Wars was just Star Wars, a Cantina insider, and always a great supporter. And he says yes, because guess what? He's the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Must have all Boba Fett's. Charlie the Unicorn says yes. And Smoke 'em if you got him says yes. Eric Henke, another Cantina insider, must buy yes. The Collector in the house. Yes. Gosh, so many in here. And Brother Cousins.
Ooh.
Brother Cousins, what say you on this one? I'd love to know, brother. With the $10 drop, and what you gonna do when the Dark Jedi gets $10? Oh my goodness! I want to give a big shout out to this wonderful panel. Sorry I couldn't be there tonight. You know what? You're here in spirit, brother. I know we're gonna get you on next week, and looking forward to hanging with you on this brother's awesome show, which is Best of the Best. He has so many awesome shows, but Best of the Best on Thursdays. I'll be one of the panelists this week, so don't forget that.
Ooh.
Believe it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern every week, Best of the Best. And you can always subscribe to Brother Cousins, because whether he's on or not, or can make it or not, the link to his channel is always in my live shows. The $10 drop from the Brother Cousins. Come on there, Jay. And Jay, what say you on this, my man? What say you on this? But Lane, I think he's already scored, but real quickly, yes or no?
If they were ever going to do one, possibly, where it is like an Easter egg or something like that for an episode, this would be the time to do it. I think Season 3, the hype with Mandos and Mandalore, you know, the legacy of Jango Fett, all of that kind of stuff, this would be the time to do it. So I would say yes, if they're going to ever do it, this is when they should do it now.
And does Boba Fett score at the end of the first half of Pre-Order Bowl 1?
And I say yes.
What's the score, Brent?
It's all 21s, isn't it? Yeah.
21-21. God, and it's halftime. Goodness gracious. Wow. And yeah, this is a whole lot of fun. And we're going to see who wins this pre-order bowl right now, 21-21. Let's go to some in that chat. And 12-inch Review Stream is in the house saying a prototype armor would be a flashback. Wow, absolutely. And Brother Cousins Jay says, yes. And Thule says, smash that like button. And another Cantina insider in here. Good for that. And Boba Fettuccine is in the house. Could we get a Boba Fettuccine? You know, I say yes, fettuccine. Yeah, we got like Grandpa's wallpaper version Stormtrooper way back. But anyway, what's up, all? I'm late. Hot Toys making the Proto Fett. I sure do hope so, baby. We think so. Come on, but it's a lot of fun. 21-21. Who's going to win, Brent? Do you have any? Who would you say? Who are you going to bet on if you're voting in Vegas?
If I'm going to bet on it, I'm going to bet on Boba Fett.
You're going to bet on Boba Fett. Hard to bet against him.
Boba Fett. How do you bet against Boba Fett? He's the most fearsome in the galaxy. At the end of the day, when has he ever lost?
Well, Lane, who are you going to put your money on? Who's going to win this?
I think I'm going to go with Mando.
Mando.
Fett is the good, steady, old veteran quarterback, but Mando is the hotshot Patty Mahomes, who's now preparing to try and lead his team to its third Super Bowl winning season here, since he's already had 2 back-to-back Super Bowl championships. So him, and with his best running back in the game, Mr. Grogu 1, I think they're going to be unstoppable in the second half.
All right, we're going to go to the halftime show, and then we're going to start the third quarter. And right here, brought to you by Six Scale Cantina, here's the halftime show.
Furthermore, I wish you to wear this dress and bonnet.
This was never a condition of our
I
arrangement.
have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
And this deal's getting worse all the time.
Here is a unicycle. You will ride it wherever you go.
What? I'm not riding the f***ing unicycle.
I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
Also, you are to wear these clown shoes and refer to yourself as Mary.
Oh, you, man.
It's so good.
Was that actually Billy D. Williams? Is that actually Billy D. Williams voicing that too? Because I swear to God,
I'm
that's
not
him.
sure.
But
that was that's one of the better halftime shows, I think. I've ever seen, to be quite honest with you.
Rihanna's got nothing on that in 2 weeks.
No. Well,
nothing at all.
All I can say is, you know what? That gave if that was Billy D. Williams, actually, that gave Lando more character development than he had in Rise of Skywalker.
Well, we have one more commercial before we start, ending the halftime show. Here's the commercial.
Fulfill your destiny.
It's an old commercial. Jeez.
I think we got robbed of the best halftime commercial we could have had, though, because where was Aries, this was up on a silver platter to have Boba Fett blown away Ewoks.
Well, Lane, you get to go with this one first. I'm going to pull this up on the screen with the score tied, and Boba Fett has the ball. And remember, Brent put all his money that Boba Fett is going to win this. And Boba Fett has the ball beginning the third quarter. And is it possible that we could be getting a back-to-school version of Boba Fett? And
no,
you say,
zero chance. Like,
wow.
We're gonna get Carnage mixed Venom Boba Fett before we're gonna get this Boba Fett.
I tell you what, all they gotta make is 200 of these. Okay, you say no on a back-to-school Boba Fett. Brent,
they wouldn't sell 10 of these, Aries. They would not sell 10
OG
of them.
fan would buy. OG fan, would you buy this Boba Fett? Say the truth now. In the chat, be truthful. Would you buy a back-to-school Boba Fett? All right, Brent, what say you on this?
I think that there's a possibility that they would make a back-to-school Boba Fett only if they have a Rodney Dangerfield head sculpt. And I'm assuming, Aries, you know where I went with that. Remember that movie, Back to School?
Yes, I sure do.
Yeah.
Look,
1987.
Here's one buyer. OG fan would buy this. I would buy this. That's 2 people. 2 people. That's 2 figures.
I'm sorry, OG fan. But
wait, Timothy, that's 3. This is coming. Get your wallets ready.
I'm sorry, but OG fan, what you talking about, Willis?
I get
man with that.
Rodney Dangerfield. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, and no.
Yeah, no. I honestly no. I'm just I was making a joke, but there's no chance.
Well,
Although
what
it would be
does the Dark Jedi say? And let's say if I can find the right clip. And I say.
And I say no.
Oh, that was a good one.
Well, Mando fumbles the ball or doesn't score, whatever single songwriter says. Ball
Boba
out.
Fett?
Yeah, Boba Fett. Yes, he fumbles the ball.
Boy, he blew that possession big time.
But now what?
Mando Dak mode.
And now
Engaged.
Brent goes next. Brent, and now Mando has the ball. Can he capitalize and get ahead of Fett? And is it possible that we could get an NFL version of the Mandalorian? And hey, I mean, I'm just saying, what is this? The Seahawks here, but I mean, he looks pretty good. That's a pretty darn good, version. I mean, would you buy an NFL version of the Mandalorian? What say you, Brent?
I think if they made like a Tom Brady body with Tampa Bay 12 on it, and then you had this helmet on it, I think it would sell like hotcakes. And then you could have like a variant of him in his Patriots uniform, when he, and then there's only like less of those made or something like that with the helmet on, because the Patriots helmet kind of was chrome, so it would sort of look like this. You could put the Patriot logo on the side of the Mandalorian helmet, and it would look like a Patriot helmet, wouldn't it? Kind of. So, with that all being said, while the NFL, I'm sure, would love the licensing rights and enjoy,
they would,
and enjoy snagging about 75 to 80% of the proceeds and everything that would come.
Would Howard want to pay that? Would be my question. Or Disney?
I'm going to say no. There will not be an NFL version of The Mandalorian.
Lane, what say you? NFL version of the Mandalorian.
The thing is with this, I can't say this is the wackiest idea I ever heard, because do remember we literally did have a Detroit Lion, Calvin Johnson, become a Transformer.
Yes,
like literally a Transformer figure was made of him, like Megatron. So
he was called Megatron his entire career.
Yeah, and there was literally a Transformer made of Calvin Johnson. So I mean, a full $30 or $40, $50, somewhere between $30 $60 figure. I mean, it's been a few years now, but so we have had a Transformer. So the fact that it would
you're saying yes,
be complete. I'm still saying no but you guys have to admit though, even if it wouldn't be never say a hot toy, if an NFL player was actually just crazy enough to he was such a Mandalorian fan, he just did his helmet up as spray painted it or whatever to be silver like that, and did up his front of it so that it was like a Mando look or something like that for a game, he would get fined $500,000 by the NFL for doing that. But how awesome would that be? But I just no.
Well, I say,
and I say no.
Aries, you have a better chance of Jawa egg juice being sold at Disneyland than that happening. Although maybe sold on the Galactic Cruiser, might be sold on the Galactic Star Cruiser hotel thing, LARPing thing that they have going, which is only $6,000.
I think there's a better chance of the Pittsburgh Pirates going 162-0 this season.
Jeez, man. Wow, someone took shit. Hey, all I'm going to say is the Pittsburgh Pirates, when I was growing up, was my favorite baseball team. Like Willie Stargell, Roberto Clemente.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, obviously Bobby Bonilla, and of course Barry Bonds when they had the Killer Bees.
Andy Van Slyke.
He was that time.
Draybeck. Of course, he went to the Yankees. Come on,
Draybeck. But unfortunately, we had we were having to go back somewhere between 60 to like 40 years ago, since they haven't been super relevant. But the pirate man, don't be taking shots at the Pirates just because once every 20 years they make the playoffs.
We're gonna march down the field. We are going to go to Lane. I'm going to answer this one first, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go. So, this is a gold chrome Mandalorian, like they have given us already, a gold chrome Stormtrooper. And is it possible that we can actually get just a special edition gold bronze version of the Mando? I say yes, because I think they're just going to milk this. And why? I think it would sell 1,000, 2,000 easy as a commemorative Mando. I say yes on this. Brent, we go to you.
I say yes too. I think it's a great call. This is a great call. They did, didn't they do a gold version of a Stormtrooper a few years back?
Yep.
Well, they just did the chrome
various different off. I mean, we've had chrome Death Troopers, like you said. I mean, yes, it would be a unique, eclectic item for the folks who like to kind of go off the reservation a little bit in their collections and get this type of a figure. I think it's an absolute 100% yes.
Okay, well, I think that the Mandalorian has just scored, but let us see what Lane, real quick, because we got to move the ball down the field to go to the next ones. Can you see this? Possibly?
I unfortunately can't see it happening, but I hope, oh hell no, it doesn't, because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I legitimately don't. I like this look. Because I don't like most of the Stormtroopers and other that stuff. I thought the Chrome clone was all right, but I wouldn't want to see it. Like, I don't want to see it. I want to, whatever canon stuff they have for his look, fine. But can I see them doing it? I'm gonna agree with you guys. At some point, they'll do for like a special for the summer showcase or something. They'll do one of him at some point because they'll have enough molds or whatever. So I say yes.
So you say yes. So here we go. And the score now is, pulling it up, where's the score? 28-21, Mando in the lead. My. Fett has the ball, and we are going now to the end of the third quarter. And let's go ahead and pull up. We just had gold armor there, and this one's going to be interesting. Kind of a call back, or a call to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who've won quite a few Super Bowls, 6, I think, here. But you have to wonder, Lane, a black and gold Boba Fett. And they already have this helmet and this thing out, but this is pretty freaking sweet. But I'm going to let you go first. Can you see some type of black? No. He says no.
No. I can see, no. It's not, I think they're more likely you were just showing a Dinjarin, like a weird colored chrome Boba Fett. Since we've had an animated looking Boba Fett and we've had the vintage colors from the figures, I don't see this color scheme associated with Boba Fett, unlike at least even, the black suit we had, which is taken from a comic. But
I hear you. So no for you. I'm keeping mine secret. I'm keeping it safe. All right, no for Lane. Brett.
As much as I think and predicted Boba Fett would win, I'm still going to say no. I'm still going to say no. I do not see this as a possibility, and I agree with Lane on all of his points there. I just don't. I don't see this. It doesn't look to me like it would be something that would happen. I mean, I could see an all gold version of Boba Fett, much like the all gold version of the Mando that we had in your last image, but this particular one would kind of be a little bit too much close to the arena suit version, just with the gold eye line to it. I'm going to stick with the no.
I love this though. I would buy this one with the gold trim. Now I'm a Steelers fan, and I just love that whole. But what do I actually say? It looks like he doesn't score, but I say,
And I say no.
Oh, another bad possession by Boba.
but wait a minute. Oh my goodness gracious! It looks like that the Mandalorian just fumbled the ball. There's been a fumble on the field, and Fett gets the ball back.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
So we're going to go to another Fett. Wait.
What are you doing? Carbonized.
I'm going to go first on this.
Ooh.
I say yes.
Ooh.
They copy a lot what Hasbro does, and if they want to come out with an, I don't know which one they would do. Would they do the new suit? Would they do the Return of the Jedi mold? Would they do the Empire Strikes Back? But let me tell you something, baby. Every version that they could give you of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, they're absolutely, again, lower production numbers and more announcements, more 2.0s. They could follow this suit right off the bat. Doesn't have to be called carbonized, but something like this, I really, really think they're going to do it. I say yes, whether it's carbonized or hot toyized or some type of thing here, caramel coated. This has been very, very successful. With Hasbro. And furthermore, Lane, Hot Toys copied exactly Hasbro with the vintage color of Boba Fett that they did on their Boba Fett 6-inch San Diego Comic-Con exclusive with the original card back. They copied it. Will they copy this? I think yes. You go, Lane.
Aries, I hate some of your time. Damn Mando fumble-eyeing it all over the place. Because if you're asking me, do I want to see it? No.
Forget about what. Is it going to happen?
I can see it happening. I can see it happening.
So you say
yes.
Possible. Well, it looks like that freaking Boba Fett picks up the fumble and scores. But let's see, Brent, what do you think about this?
Yeah, is it a scoop and score? It's a scoop and score. That fumble is in the end zone because I think you're right. I think this is an excellent idea, and I think it's something that Hot Toys would absolutely do. I mean, as you said, they like to copy what Hasbro does, and this was a figure that was very popular in that 6-inch line, right? So 100%. I mean, if this is something that ultimately happens to him, if we see this happen to him in season 3, even if we don't, I mean, this figure has already been made by Hasbro, so it's a version of Boba Fett that I think people will buy. So yes.
And Charlie the Unicorn goes dark chocolate Boba Fett, and OG fan says caramelized Boba Fett. Oh my God. Rigged. That's why he fumbled the ball. Yeah, I'm kind of rigging this here, but it's a whole lot of fun. And coming on in here, what is the score? We're in the fourth quarter. And we're in the fourth quarter now, and the score is 28-28. Gosh, Brett, I hope, and Lane, I hope the Super Bowl is as exciting as this. This is a pretty exciting Super Bowl.
Yeah, this is
PreOrder Bowl.
This is amazing.
I'm not going to hold my breath that it'll be this exciting. Because we've had a good Super Bowl, and usually that means then either we end with something that's like 13-3, or we're going to end up like 41-2.
All right. Well, the Mandalorian has the ball, and he's driving down the field. We're going to go to Brent first. Fourth quarter. Mandalorian. Ski version. Is it possible
Well, if they decide to go back to the Hoth planet, then maybe.
If they try and run away,
You know what? That's a darn good point, actually.
To ski away for some wampa, the angry wampa from Empire Strikes Back comes back with a huge army of wampas, and like all of their Mando and all his Mandalorians like jetpacks are frozen, so they have to swish away as an army of wampas is chasing after them across the slopes and fields of Hoth.
He could be grabbing. I don't know if they could have skis in outer space or something similar. It's actually plausible.
Why haven't we been to Hoth again? We've been to Tatooine in just about every live-action show. We can't stop going to Tatooine. We can't stop going to Tatooine.
It's harder to film in it. It's harder to film in Antarctica.
Wade Timothy would buy this day one, the skiing version of Din Djarin. So, Brent, what say you? Yes or no?
I am going to say no. We are not going to get the skiing version of Mandalorian. Now, if you had a roller skating version of him, I would have said yes. But
well, maybe that's the next one.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm going to say no. As tempting as it would be to maybe grab something like this, I'm going to say that's not going to happen. Although this gentleman who's on skis doing this, I wonder if he made it down the hill without snapping both of his legs in 8th place.
Go. You got to tell us this.
My goodness. If this was him, like, having to, like, toboggan down or something like on his jetpack down the side of a hill or something to escape something, yes. Then I could see it or something like that. But this is a no, and I want the Mando. Aries, I'm smelling Reagan here, man. I'm smelling some Reagan here. For your boy, we need to call in the commission for the Mandalorian Football League because I'm smelling some. Fan. Yeah, but no, this would be a no for me.
What do I think? I say,
and I say no.
Aries, I'm smelling what the Aries is cooking here, man. And I'm not sure I'm believing.
All you got to do is believe. All right, we go to lane next. Fett has the ball. Can Fett go ahead and win pre-order bowl 1 with the baseball version of Boba Fett?
Unless it's a Japanese exclusive or something like that. Absolutely not. Since I think they may be more crazy about baseball this at this time, unfortunately, than most Americans are.
I'd buy this.
I'd buy it too, actually.
I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
I got a lot of baseball hats. Lane says no. Brett, what do you say?
Gosh, it's either yes or no, right? It's going to be a no, but I'd buy it. And now I'm going to want to take one of my old Boba Fett's that looks like that and go get a little mini bat and put it in his hand and make my own.
It's pretty cool. That trooper in the background there in the dugout is pretty cool too. What does the Dark Jedi say? Will we be getting from Hot Toys an MLB baseball version of Boba Fett? And I say...
And I say no.
Would it cost more to get the one on performance-enhancing drugs?
D&D edition. Boba. That'd be the best 2-pack, with some like that new Bane body, that they're having for the Bane Hot Toy with the super muscles. They could use that body for the Mando and the Boba Fett. It would be a little bit more NT, but they've already developed the original body. So just like that with their helmets on it, and boom, you're set to go.
All right, well, Mando has the ball. We're ending the fourth quarter here. We're going to go to Brent first. And actually, I think it's my turn to go first. And we're going to talk about both of these at the same time. Both Well, actually, no. We will go first with the Mandalorian here, and I'm pulling this up. This will be the same graphic. Die-cast Mandalorian. All I'm going to say, yes. There's not a chance in hell we don't get a die-cast Mandalorian at some point in the future, in my view. I say yes for the Mando. Brent, you go.
I say yes too. I'm shocked we haven't gotten it already. I mean, it would have been nice to, on this most recent version with the head sculpt of Din Djarin, to have had that one in diecast. I mean, that figure is perfect, and having diecast would have made it even more closer to perfect than what it is right now. But yes, 100% agree. There will be a diecast version of the Mandalorian.
Looks like the Mando is scored, and there's only we're at the 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter, and it looks like he's pulled ahead of Fett. But let's go to Lane, because I say yes. Brent says that. But Lane, can you see a diecast of Star Wars?
I say yes.
Wow.
It'll be a heavy figure.
Yeah.
But it'll be worth every penny.
Here's the score. 35-28. The clock is ticking. Boba Fett has the ball. And here we go. I'm going first. The same thing with Boba Fett. Is it possible that we get a die-cast version of this guy, whether it be in the new outfit, the Return of the Jedi outfit, or the Empire Strikes Back outfit, or all of the outfits? And the same darn answer, hell yes. I really think they're going to do it with Boba Fett, a die-cast version. And it gives me a reason to buy it, because if they do that, I just buy it. Go, Lane. You're going to go.
No.
No for Lane. No with a die-cast Fett. Now, give me your analogy there. Why would you go Mando
I
and
think
not him?
if they were going to do one of him, they would have done one of him already, because they've done a lot more Boba Fett's than Din Djarin. They even had 2 different versions recently with the quarter scale. I just, I think even the look and style to the armor with the the clean Beskar of the Mando makes me could kind of see it actually for the figure. But just the way Boba, whether it's classic or Timur Morrison, Boba Fett has never really led me to where I think they would necessarily do diecast. I think diecast for both of them is like up in the air that they would do that, since they're not named Iron Man.
So you say no on Fett.
Yeah, no on Fett.
And it's coming down to the wire. And it's all in the hands of the Star Wars newsman. Do you think it's possible that we could get a die-cast Boba Fett? Game on the line, kid.
And I say yes.
Wow.
And I say yes.
Brent, go ahead.
If you're going to do it with the Mandalorian, I think you need to do it with Boba Fett. And when the K2SO figure came out for Rogue One a few years ago, isn't there some die cast in that piece?
Yeah.
So they've done it. They put die cast in figures in the past. It's been done. It just hasn't been done often, probably because it costs money. But I think if there's 2 characters that you're certainly going to do this to make them as close to realistic as possible, these would be the 2 that you do it with. So I think
we're in overtime. We only got one. We're going to have to figure out how to break the tie. And maybe pre-order bowl 1 ends in a tie. And it's very, very possible. But it ended in a tie. I don't have, guys, anything. You guys said no on the back to school version of Mando.
Well, you missed you missed the last one, which is the one probably you should, if you were going to have the split here. It's what is more likely we're going to get, Slave Leia, Metal Bikini, Din Djarin, or Boba Fett. That would have been the way to end it. Which figure?
Well, let's try this really quick. We're going to run this off. I'll try this. I have it for both. I'll go to Brett first. You got to say yes or no real quick. And we'll see if we can break this tie in overtime. Fett has the ball. Predator Fett.
No.
Wade.
No.
Me. No. All right, let's try another one. Gosh. And let's go ahead and go to this one here. Mandalorian Predator. Brent.
No.
Blade.
No.
I say no. Gosh.
I give people a lot of credit for creativity, though.
First Super Bowl tie.
First pre-order tie. Pre-order bowl tie in history. It ends.
Somebody
in a
save
tie,
us, man. Somebody save us.
35-35. And you have to wonder, was the moral of this game to show you that there's going to be multiple Fetts and multiple Mandos and, quite frankly, multiple Vaders and multiple Lukes, multiple 3POs, multiple R2s. We didn't even get into the R2 that this 3PO would make list. Come on. Yes, yes, yes.
This is for the show what is the centerpiece right now of Disney Plus TV Star Wars, however you want to refer it to right now. The Mando is the centerpiece right now. And we've had some offshoots that were hit or miss that some people didn't like Obi-Wan or something. But Mando right now is what stirs the drink. Now, a couple years from now, we might have another show that's kind of after Mando's ended. But for the Ahsoka series, any of the appearance, I mean, this has been the show that you pointed out. Now it's been a few years since we had it. So which is built up, I think, amped up us even more, because we haven't had it for a while, this particular character and where we left off, other than Book of Boba Fett, that it brought back Luke Skywalker. It brought back, but also gave us kind of a version of Luke we never actually really saw, Of course, now, Aries, you do have me really worried that if Din Djarin does become, Force sensitive, so he tries to become the first, Mando Jedi, since the guy who created the Darksaber, I'm forgetting his name. Maybe OG fan will remember it. But does that mean that Din Djarin blew up with Luke's temple 14 years from now?
You know what? I don't know. They could go Favreau and Filoni with the help of George Lucas Lane I think they're going to go absolutely crazy with this storytelling in The Mandalorian Season 3 and then the subsequent season, leading into the Ahsoka series, leading into what I believe is going to be a second season to OG fans' pleasure of the book of Boba Fett, because it'll serve wonderfully as a season 3.5 to the Mandalorian. So I think that's coming. I think there's a lot coming in the Mandoverse. And so I'm telling you, it's exciting stuff, Lane. But yeah, I think there's a possibility.
And the only thing that makes me worry or lingers over all of Disney Plus Star Wars is we have on the horizon, though far off yet, is that going to probably be terrible train wreck that is the Acolyte. But even though that's because it's also trying into that stupid High Republic, which I hope gets retconned, out of Star Wars, because it's all this Jedi stuff is at their height 200 years ago, and I was I guess they missed the line where they said for 1,000 generations, which actually goes back 5 to 10,000 years the Jedi were protecting the Republic, and so 200 years is a drop in the bucket. But that is the show that had me worried that could really derail. Star Wars could be on the positive bent after Mando Season 3. I think Ahsoka, I think for Hot Toys figures and for the shows, we don't need necessarily the greatest show ever. We just need an entertaining show that provides us with some decent characters, actual motivations that make sense for why people are going from point A to point B and why they're doing things, which can be very hard these days. Very hard these days. But Mando, that's what Mando has done so well. You've got some characters you like. We've got obviously Grogu, Baby Yoda. That helps a lot. We've got the cute factor the Disney cute factor that we all have ingrained in our brains since we were 2. And we've got very clear storytelling. We know who the bad guys are, we know who the good guys are, and then there's a little bit of gray for certain characters, like which way are they going to go.
Yep.
And I say the only fumble maybe was Boba Fett was not vaporizing people, which is I think what a lot of what we wanted to see. But I love Tamora Morrison as Boba Fett. I think he was really entertaining. If they keep things kind of with season 3, where on a little bit, as you guys are saying, more epic scale, gives us some more Mandos, introduce some new characters that have some different dynamics to them and everything.
I think we're going to get
it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And this show was a ton of fun, laid good stuff. The final score in Pre-Order Bowl 1, a draw, Fett 35, Mando 35. We did go into overtime, but it cannot be broken. It just looks like, Brent, it'll be more Fetts and more Mandos and more Fetts over and over and over again. And like TK Fobo would say, would it be 1 Fett, 2 Fetts, 3 Fetts, or 1 Mando, 2 Mandos, 3 Mandos? I really think, in all seriousness, brother, although it is funny, we're going to get a ton of this stuff, especially because they don't have to produce that many anymore. I'm going to give you the final word here before I close the show.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think what came out of that game, other than just a fun couple of hours of us bantering and discussing, the Fett and Mando here through the metaphor of the Super Bowl, is the fact that there's just, like you said, there's going to be more coming out. And while the Boba Fett on skis and Boba Fett lunchtime and a few of these other ones were funny anecdotal moments within the game, there were some seriously good discussion points that all of us had. And Lael brought up a really good one about arena suit maybe being a foreshadow of something we will see eventually. I never even thought about that. But then some of the other great options areas that you came up with in there, I think we're going to see a lot of those that came in that game. I think we're going to see a lot of those versions come to fruition here within the next calendar year. Absolutely.
Well, you have to wonder,
guys.
No, it was a lot of fun. Is this what they call
him? The Wizard.
Don't forget to subscribe, especially because you need to subscribe to be eligible to win. And remember, I'm giving away 2 of my hot toys. Yes, they come with shipping boxes. I'm going to be giving them away the 6 Scale Raw, which is the first week of March, which is a couple of days away from the Mandalorian Season 3 premiere on Wednesday. They will be Mandalorian figures. Again, they will come with the shipping boxes. Again, they are mine. You're going to have to pay the shipping. And guess what? You're going to have to be present on 6 Scale Raw when I draw it live, not just once, but at least twice, or you're not eligible to win. So you have to make sure that you're scheduled for that. I think it's March 1st or whatever that Monday is. Right there. Make sure you subscribe right now, because if you're not going to be eligible to win. Again, details are forthcoming over the next several shows on what video to comment on to be eligible to win. But it's a great, great giveaway here. While you're at it, also smash that like button. I do appreciate it. And look for the next episode coming later this week of Aries Tarrington's Drunk on Coffee. It's going to be coming. Wait till you see what I have in store for you this coming week. And also, don't forget that I will be coming out, as I do every weekend, with the Market Chart Show. If you didn't get to see this week's Market Chart Show yet that I put out yesterday, absolutely go to the channel and check that out. Or you can go to sixscalecantina.com, and the link is right there, and you can check it out. Again, what an epic show yesterday. But we are out of time. Pre-order Bowl 1 ends at a tie. Lane, thank you. And Brent, thank you for being here, my friends.
And it did end, actually, though, in a pre-order. As I told you before, I did pull the trigger.
Out which one, baby?
I pre-ordered Captain America Falcon from Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
During the show, the magic of Aries Cantina.
We talked about so many pre-orders
Cantina.
and all this stuff. I finally just was like, bleep it. I'm going to go pull the trigger on this thing. Because I've been finally thinking about it. So a variant of Captain America is going to be coming home to my, probably on top of a D12 shelf for how big it is with all the wings.
Well, Lane, as I end the show, I'm pretty sure you're going to be getting this figure. Again, soon you're going to be pre-ordering another version of this, probably in its spaceship. But for everybody, I don't always buy coffee out, but when I do, or wizard juice, I buy it from Six Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right. But this is the last time.